Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing who is plotting against you and what are they going to do next. Now I saw this topic on a channel called Chinique Tarot. I didn't watch it, but I thought it was a very interesting topic. So let's pick our three piles together today. So let's shuffle this with intention. Who is plotting against the viewers that are tuning in to watch this reading? And what are they going to do next? So pile number one's already out. Pile number two. And pile number three. All right, let me show you the cards before you make your choices. This is pile number one with the sword. This is pile number two with mirror. And this is pile number three with bell. So take a look at which one of these three piles you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. If you kind of feel like there is more than one person plotting against you, if you have that feeling, then pick another pile as well. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number one. So you've chosen the sword, and this is going to be a coherent reading. I feel like this is really an important reading, and so we have to see the whole message together, get an understanding of who this person might be, what they're plotting against, what they're plotting against you as well, and what they're going to do next. So let's see. Who is plotting against pile number one, please? Ooh. Right, earthworm. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Now let's pick up your tarot cards. So we're going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments for clarification, and we'll be using your Osho cards as your main tarot. So let's ask now, who is plotting against pile number one, and what are they going to be doing next, please? So you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? Okay, this is starting to make a lot of sense. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Page of Pentacles with adventure. You have breakthrough. That's the Justice card. Interesting that this is coming here. And you have, the Page of Swords with mind. Okay. Oh my. Now let's take a look at your clarification cards. Pile number one. Your cards are really speaking very powerfully. Has a very powerful message. Now let's ask again one last time. Who is plotting against pile number one? And what are they going to do next, please? Who is plotting against pile number one, and what are they going to do next? So pile number one, you have the Ten of Wands. We're going to lay them out, and then I'm going to adjust the layout afterwards. You have the Four of Cups. You have the Eight of Pentacles again. This is confirming it. You have the Three of Wands. You have the Knight of Cups. Love that. Okay. And last but not least, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let me adjust this before we start analyzing the cards. All right, so pile number one, as you can see, you do have the sword here, which tells me straight away that we're looking at someone who has some sort of authority, either over you or over other people. This person looks like, with the Eight of Pentacles showing up twice, that this person may be someone who you're dealing with at work. Now, with the Earthworm showing up in your reading, this shows me that this person is plotting against you underground in a way that's not seen. So on the surface, they try to appear as honest, as straightforward, as someone who's going about with their work, trying to do the right thing, but really they're passive aggressive and they are working underground, trying to, if we talk metaphorically, trying to build this tunnel so that your floor falls down. But I do see, pile number one, that you do have the Justice card right next to this person. And not only that, you do have the Justice card with the breakthrough in conjunction with this specific Four of Cups. So you might be feeling really sad. You might feel this conspiracy going on behind your back. But make no mistake, pile number one, you are greatly protected, divinely protected against this specific person, and justice will happen. They might be troubling you at the moment, making you feel like you don't know what to do. They're playing mind games with you. It seems like they're quite jealous of you or threatened by you, one way or the other, pile number one. But here is what I'm seeing. Even though they're plotting against you underground, what they're trying to do next is make you fall, pile number one. And so the great advice that I'm seeing for you here is to, with the Three of Wands, continue to stand up high. They can do you no harm if you continue to stand up strong, showing fearlessness. Because the minute you show you're afraid, you give this person, what is the word called? Encouragement and positive feedback that what they're doing is actually working. So continue to stand strong. And with the Knight of Cups in conjunction with the Queen of Pentacles, pile number one, I feel here, I see strongly, yes, in this corner specifically, Knight of Cups in conjunction with the Ten of Cups harmony, you do have the Page of Pentacles with adventure, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you're really seen in this place as someone who does no harm, who's very classy, you're seen as a very good person, and you're very much loved, and it won't really be that much believable. And that's what really standing on your side, pile number one. If we look at the cards, is tilted towards you. You seem like a hard worker, someone who's focused on their jobs. You seem like a confident person. You don't seem like the sort of person who would be playing around and doing the things that this person would be claiming to do. So it's not very easy to put you down, pile number one. And so with justice appearing on your reading, it shows, don't worry, pile number one. Don't be troubled. Get on with your work. Be careful, of course, but stand up high. Don't be afraid. Justice is going to happen. and you're always going to be protected. In fact, you do have the Ten of Wands here showing me that whatever they're plotting and whatever silly things they're trying to do next is not going to work. This is going to be the end of this silly cycle here with this person. And it's really going to end pleasantly with this Ten of Wands, because this shows me, pile number one, that the reason this is going to end pleasantly, which will come as a surprise to you, is because other people won't really believe it. You see so many flowers in your reading from different decks, and it really shows me that you're going to blossom nonetheless. Their plans are not going to work, of you trying to dig some mistakes for you underground, trying to make your what you're standing on fall. They're trying all sorts of things, but it's definitely not going to work, because you have this reputation of being a hard worker, someone who cares about their work, and someone who's not into political games at work. You really are seen as a very classy, graceful person, and it just won't be believed from you. Pile number one. And so the lovely thing about your reading is that this person at work that's plotting against you will have no effect on you. In fact, you'll be going on with your work as usual, with ordinariness as usual. It might be a little bit of a silly, tough time here, but after this phase, as the Ten of Wands suggests, there will be harmony. People will be on your side. No one's going to believe this person, and you'll be going on with your work, being supported to do what you're supposed to do, because there's a lot of people who believe in your skills, who believe in your ethical standards, work ethics as well. And yes, it's like it's going to be a silly thing that no one believes. Pile number one. I love that for you. Now, the reason that this person is plotting against you at work, pile number one, is because it seems like they're self-conscious here. And they're trying to show this big ego. It's like they have a big position that somehow they feel like they don't belong in. It's like this imposter's syndrome, where they are afraid that people will find out that they're given a position that they're not worthy of. And they're quite threatened by you, intimidated by how skilled you are, how good you are at your job, how balanced you are, how loved you are. And so this is why this person is up to all of this and trying to plot things against you. They're afraid. Another thing I see about this person is that unfortunately there is inflated ego that is coming out of a result of low self-esteem, but at the same time a lack of empathy towards people. It's like this person is only focused on themselves. I'm so sorry about that, pile number one, but I also know that within this whole thing, you are genuinely protected. I'm not very much worried about you at all. And this person will be trying to plot here and there. They're trying to get this satisfaction of showing, oh, do you see this person that you really believe in, that looks very classy and has a lot of work ethics and is trying to do their best? Well, they're not doing their best after all. You know, they're trying to reflect or project what they're feeling about themselves onto you, so that people will shift their attention from them onto you. And that's really pretty sad and quite silly. This is probably why I'm channeling the word silly from the very beginning, because it's just not going to work. It's overstretching things, my friend. And nobody's going to believe this person. And unfortunately, they're going to look even more pathetic trying to show this. And they're the ones that are going to be picking up this mess, saying that, oh, this must have been a mistake, I misunderstood this, yes, trying to now, what's the word called, trying to compliment you, trying to defend you when everyone stands against them, to show that they didn't mean it after all. Pile number 1. So yeah, it's a sad situation. It's gonna start on its own and end on its own, and you're just gonna keep about your day. Stand up high when it does happen, or if it is happening, show your confidence. Do not give much attention. Of course, protect yourself, but don't really overly worry about this. This is a sad situation here for this person. Pile number 1. Most importantly, was what I see as advice to you from your spirit guides, pile number 1, is to not let this person disturb you. They're not worth your mental stress. They're not worth your worries or anxieties. They're not worth anything. Go about your journey. Continue to do what you do best. And believe me, it's going to end very soon, sooner than you know it. Depend on the universe, on God, on source. Vibrate high, stand tall, and it's just going to pass. Pile number 1. This is really what I'm seeing here for you. So all the best of luck, my dear pile number 1. I wish you the best. You seem like a very serious, classy person. I really am proud of you. And may you always be protected, divinely protected, pile number 1. So that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen the Mirror with perception here. So pile number 2, the person who's plotting against you is someone who is very jealous of you, keeps comparing themselves to you, and they have this mask on. They keep showing you that they're on your side, that they're your friend, that they love you. With the white here, they keep showing you that they have pure intentions towards you, that they're honest people, that they're good. But in fact, you do see through some peeps of maybe facial expressions, a certain blank stare, or some other red flags that they do here and there, that they are jealous of you. If you've been feeling this way about someone, you are right. Pile number 2, it does seem like this person is jealous of you. And it's not just a little bit of jealousy. They could look very calm and peaceful on the outside, but on the inside they are burning with jealousy, unfortunately, towards you. They do not love you, pile number 2. And in fact, it seems to me here like you need to kind of curb your unrealistic expectations sometimes when you do love someone, pile number 2. That's because you have a very beautiful, pure heart. And sometimes you would see red flags here and there, and you're being asked not to avoid the red flags this time, pile number 2. You really need to see why there should be red flags in the first place. They're there to show you something. And you're being invited not to miss them anymore. I'm not telling you to turn against this person. I'm just telling you here, from what I see, is that you should keep an eye open, pile number 2. If you see a red flag, don't dismiss it. Think about it. Think about why you'd feel like that, or why would a person give you that look or do that certain thing. Don't avoid it and only look at the wonderful things they're doing for you. Of course, be grateful for these things, but at the same time, they're not enough to cover up ever for red flags that you're seeing. So right next to you, pile number 2, is someone who's acting all nice. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to worry and pick someone. this is only speaking about red flags. If you do see red flags from this person, then you need to consider them. Because right next to you, around you, in your entourage or in your friendship group or work, there is someone who's acting all nice, putting on a facade, but does not have your best interest at heart. Pile number 2. Let's find out more about who this person is. And to do that, we are going to be picking a card from this deck. I already saw you see your card. Let's pull it out. So what do we have here? Butterfly. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep them here. We're going to have a coherent reading. This is supposed to be a coherent reading, but I couldn't help it. I saw this card and I channeled this right away. I knew it for you, pile number 2. Okay, so now let's take a look at your tarot cards. See why the butterfly, why the butterfly came up. We'll be using this deck as your main deck, and then we'll be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments for your clarification cards. All right, so let's see. Let's see, pile number 2. Who is plotting against pile number 2, and what are they going to do next? Please, why is this butterfly here? Can you kindly let us know? Who is plotting against pile number 2, please? And what are they going to do next? I understand what this butterfly is about now. Okay, so let's take a look here at your tarot cards. So pile number 2, you have the 2 of Swords with schizophrenia. I mean, are we like surprised here? You have the Ace of Cups with going with the flow. Okay. You have pile number 2. Ooh, the Queen of Cups with receptivity. Okay, now I'm getting what this is about. You have the 7 of Pentacles with patience. Yeah. That's what I thought, okay? So sorry about that, pile number 2. You have the 6 of Pentacles with compromise. Okay. Now let's take a look at your clarification cards. And shuffle with intention. Who is plotting against pile number 2, and what are they going to do next, please? What are they going to do next? Who's plotting against pile number 2, and what are they going to do next? This seems to be, pile number 2, someone who's acting as your friend. But we're seeing a situation here of friend or foe, because this is not really a friend. They do love you, don't get me wrong, but they're very jealous of you, pile number 2. So you have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to adjust the cards when we're done. You have the Lovers. Yeah, this is a love-hate relationship. You have the 7 of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Sun. And last but not least, pile number 2, you have the 7 of Cups. So pile number 2, this clearly looks like someone in your entourage, most probably a friend, but it doesn't have to be. You'd be surprised, pile number 2, who that could be. I mean, we're saying a friend. This could be a family member. This could be someone who's supposed to be very dear to you. But this is a person with the schizophrenia here. They themselves are confused because they're supposed to love you, but their vision is blurred by just how much they compare themselves to you and feel lesser than. Because this person who's supposed to love you here feels with the butterfly, with the transformation here, and the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups here, specifically the Seven of Cups appearing as a star. This is a person who feels like you have a lot of potential to you. They feel like you're so blessed from the universe, you receive so much, and that your future is bright, and that you are going to have so many things that they wish they had. Pile number one, watching you makes them feel imprisoned, makes them feel stuck, even though it should be really inspiring. It should help them want to move forward, but it doesn't. That's the fact of the matter, pile number two. And they are very jealous of your potential, very jealous of your potential, specifically about the amount of dreams that you can make come true. They feel like your world is bright. I'm so sorry about that, pile number two. They could be giving you the evil eye here, especially with the eyes appearing from the mask. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what to do in a second, as I see your spirit guides advising you as well. But yes, with the King of Pentacles here, this really shows that, you see how this person has some real estate and beautiful castles on her head. And it's like they feel like you have a lot of potential, a lot of skills, probably a very intelligent person who's capable of achieving so much wealth, so much love, so much potential in different areas of life. Maybe they're even literally envying you for having a nice family, or the potential of having a nice family. Who knows? And they're torn. They're just torn between two lives of wanting to love you and wish you well, but it's not happening. It's really not happening. They're at the moment not wishing you well, and it's now taking a turn from not wishing you well to actually taking quite a bit of action here against you, pile number two. What I'm seeing here, their plots are nothing really, to be quite frank, nothing too malicious that you can't handle. But what they're plotting to do here is to make your life harder. They are going to be complaining a lot. They are going to use whatever is in their hands to keep you stuck. So, for example, if this person has control over you one way or the other, maybe they're lending you their car to go to work, they're going to tell you, oh, well, I need my car back. If they are paying for the electricity, for example, they're going to say, oh, well, I don't need electricity anymore. That's extreme, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's like if it's going to go down and them with you, they're going to do that to make your life harder. So that's the sort of plotting that I'm seeing. Whatever is in their hands to make it harder for you to progress, whatever is in their hands to irritate you with, this is what they're going to be doing. So what I see as advice from your guides with this person, pile number two, is to, first of all, before we talk about this, because first of all, they're harming you. Maybe they're not plotting against you, but they are giving you the evil eye very strongly, pile number two. And you need to protect yourself from this energy by first and foremost not feeling afraid of this person, not feeling triggered by this person, because spells work, pile number two. Even the evil eye, all of these things are spells. The words spoken are spells. They work when you have a weaker aura, when you are afraid. And so the advice here is to not be afraid, not be triggered. Don't overconsume your mind with them, with what they're trying to do. Don't revisit back and forth why they're trying to harm you, and why are they doing this, and why are they doing that. Don't overconsume your energy and your mind with this person. Of course, protect yourself well and take your precautions. Take your time to think calmly about solutions to the things that they're making hard for you. But at the same time, don't let it consume you. That's the first thing. Second thing, I do see a lot of salt baths and soaking yourself in the sun if it's possible. Pile number 2. Third and most importantly here is to free yourself from their constraints. And so if they have some sort of control over you by helping you with some things, by paying for some things, by anything at all, if you rely on them to encourage you and now they're giving you nasty comments back, empty glares, anything like that, disassociate yourself from anything that you may need from this person moving forward. This way they have zero control over you, and if they want to love you, great, they're welcome. If they don't want to love you and are going to constantly be comparing themselves to you, being constantly threatened by your transformation, because this really shows me, pile number 2, that you are a person who's greatly focused on your future, focused on improving yourself in all areas and all aspects of life, and don't let someone hinder you with their bad energy. Pile number 2. Don't keep saying that this is a person that you love, that you've been through many things together, that this, that. At the end of the day, if someone is not wishing you well, you should not be exposing everything about you and about your life to this person. Just like the clear mirror here, they can see everything. Be discreet about what you're doing. Don't let them be in control. Take control back, pile number 2, and cleanse yourself frequently from their energy. Most importantly, don't let this person consume your mind. This is the most important advice that I can tell you, pile number 2. And it seems like you are going to be okay, because at the end of the day, you do have the Ace of Wands and you do have the Sun. You'll be moving forward, blossoming, getting on with your life, doing great, shining like a star. So don't worry about them, pile number 2. Get on with your life, cleanse your energy, and don't focus much on them. Pile number 2. In fact, you do have the 6 of Pentacles here, which really shows me that they're going to get their karma back, and you are going to get rewards to everything that you're doing. Your energy is pretty clear. Everything is going to be okay, pile number 2. So don't worry about that. Just keep space between you and this person as much as you can. And pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen the Bell. And what I'm seeing here intuitively for you, pile number 3, is that the person plotting against you is someone who loves to be in control, and you are not a submissive person, pile number 3. And so it seems like this person is going to be doing a lot. They have a lot of followers. They have a lot of people who are under their spell or power, is what I'm trying to say. I don't mean literal spell. And they're trying to put power over you and try to control you. This is what they love to do, pile number 3. So let's get more information about this person and what they are going to do next. So who's plotting against pile number 3, please. And what are they going to do next? Well, I got 2, so I'm going to take them. So pile number 3, you have crocodile. Ooh la la. Someone's a hunter here. And you have horse. You do really see the striking difference straight away between this person and you. You seem to be a very nonchalant person, someone who has knight spirit to them, very graceful, very spiritual, very classy as well with the horse here. And they seem to be someone who's power hungry, try to hunt slowly but carefully. This is a slow mover, pile number 3. Someone who's watching you from afar, very patient and waiting for you to make a mistake to hunt you down, one way or the other, by maybe blackmailing you, by accusing you of not being responsible. They're gonna try to hunt you down one way or the other. And you don't need to be afraid, pile number 3. That's why you're having this reading. We're gonna take a look at what your spirit guides have to say and what they're advising you to do. And don't worry, no one in the world ever has control over you, pile number 3. Okay, so now let's take a look at your tarot cards. We'll be using your Osho deck as your main deck, and then we'll be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments as your clarification cards. So let's get more clarity on this person. So who is plotting against? Pile number 3, please. And what are they going to do next? Who's plotting against? Pile number 3, please. Do you see the colors? Yellow and green? Yellow and green? Unbelievable. Where the sun will rise, you have the yellow here. Okay. So this really shows me that you're going to be winning, pile number 3. Let's see, let's get more information here. Let's get more information here. So, who's plotting against pile number 3, please? And what are they going to do next? This looks like a very sneaky person here. All right. So pile number 3, you have the 2 of Cups with friendliness. Sleazy, unbelievable. Okay. This could even be a family member with the trees here. Could be, but doesn't have to be. You have the 3 of Swords with isolation. Yeah. This is all the manipulative games up their sleeves. Unbelievable. Okay, you have the 8 of Cups with letting go. That's what I felt. And you have the 4 of Swords with postponement. Right, let's take a look at your clarification cards now and find out more information about what they're going to do next and what you should do. So, who is this person that's plotting against pile number 3, please? And what are they going to do next? Any advice on what pile 3 needs to do? I can already see it, but it will be really great if we get more. All right. So pile number 3, you have the 6 of Cups. This is really giving me family vibes here. It doesn't have to be. It could be work, of course. But this is really giving me family vibes. New family vibes, maybe. In-laws. Okay, let's see. This is someone who you're supposed to have a good connection with, and they're not making it easy for you. Pile number 3, you have Judgment. you have the Page of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups. For a lot of you, not all of you, but for a lot of you, this could be in-laws or the family of your significant other, kind of a little bit jealous of your nice relationship here and trying to take control over you. That could be for some of you, not all of you, of course. You have the Nine of Cups. Wow, 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Don't worry, pile number 3. And you have the Page of Pentacles. Right. Now, what this person is plotting against you, pile number 3, is to act all nice and friendly and loving on the outside, but make your life very hard on the inside, where only you will feel the passive aggressiveness, only you will be able to see their intentions and what they're trying to do, and they're going to make it very hard for you to complain about them and to really show people what they're doing. Their whole point here, pile number 3, is so that you give up and you submit your energy to them. They want you to... The tricky part here is they not only want you to listen to them, give them updates about the things that they want to know about, or do whatever they tell you to do. But the tricky part here is that they don't actually want you to be happy. There is them looking at the beautiful things that you have in life, and that's really the big problem here, pile number 3. And so this person is very nosy, is watching you, is getting into your business, and is making it very tricky for you because they're very slow, they're very smooth, they don't act instantly, pile number 3, and so they don't appear on the outside ever as someone who's malicious. And so it takes a very strong eye, someone who's very focused, to actually notice what this person is doing with you. Only you can see it, pile number 3, and they're not going to stop plotting. They're going to sometimes act all nice and weak and complain that they haven't had this done for them, so that socially you're obliged to go and help them out. They're gonna do a little bit of some silly things here and there, you know. Take your seat when you get up. Sit next to your partner, or if this is someone at work, take a project and say, oh, I didn't notice that you were supposed to take that project. All sort of things like that to make your life very hard, pile number 4. All in all, trying not to appear bad on the outside and making your life harder, so that, like we said, you submit because of all the nasty passive aggressiveness that they're plotting against you or doing against you. And even if you submit, pile number 3, which you never will, the next step is to take away your happiness. It's not going to stop there, my dear pile number 3. It's just this person is malicious and it's not going to stop there. And so here is what I see as your advice, pile number 3, because with the 6 of Cups, this person seems to be planted in your life in a tricky place. And so your advice is to move away from this person as much as possible. Just as they're making excuses to involve you, make excuses to take yourself out. If there are people, key people involved in your situation, which I really do see here, try to explain, be open with the bell here. Bell is all about the throat chakra. You need to speak out and say your concerns to someone who you can trust in this ambiance that you're in or environment that you're in. Someone who can help you out with this tricky situation, who will be aware of what this person is trying to do and hence will be on your side trying to protect you or pull you out of this situation. Find solutions for you. Pile number 3. If this is in the family, maybe your partner or sibling can help take you out, away from this person. All in all, your biggest advice, pile number 3, is to change environment, to take yourself out of this environment as much as you can. I know that sometimes you can't fully take yourself out, but since this is appearing in your cards, it does look like there is space for you to somehow pull yourself out of this situation, break free, and let it go as much as you can. To spend as minimal time away from this person as much as possible, and try not to focus too much on them, not to put your energy on them, and focus more on your life and your happiness. Pile number 3. Believe me, if you think, you will find ways. This is the advice that I'm saying here for you, pile number 3. If you think, this is the 4 of Swords, you will find ways to slowly take yourself smartly out of this energy. If this is an in-law, make yourself busy with your children. If this is a co-worker, find another team. Try to move away from the department as much as possible. Perhaps even find another job. Pile number 3. All in all, this is definitely an advice of freeing yourself from the place where they have authority without losing what is important for you. And don't worry, pile number 3. You can do it. Just investigate the situation. Don't say no straight away. I've thought about it. Take your time, think again, investigate the situation. See how you can do it little by little, especially with the throat chakra coming in. You need to speak to someone that can help you out so that they protect you from this energy. And so this way you'll find better solutions to pull yourself away. There is rise to the situation. This is either a promise or an advice for action, depending on your situation, of course. Pile number 3. But all in all, I promise you, you have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. You will be happy. You will be okay. And things are done little by little. Pile number 3. You don't have to make a drastic change all of a sudden and free yourself all of a sudden. Maybe that's not doable sometimes. But when you do things little by little and be patient, endure things a little because you know you have a plan of pulling yourself out of a certain situation, little by little, a little becomes a lot. And you will realize that little by little, you're slowly but surely taking yourself out of this tricky situation and into a better world, away from this person. Because yes, their plots are malicious, but it's not to the extent where you don't know what they're doing, you know? It's all going to be in front of you. In fact, you're the most person who's going to be seeing what they're doing. Their whole plots here, their whole plot is to make your life hard so that you submit. And once you do submit, not only will they benefit from you, get information from you, but also now they're going to try to take away your happiness. Pile number 3. So be careful with that. And I wish you all the best of luck. I wish you freedom and away from this person, because there the horse speaks about freedom, running away towards your own terrain. Pile number 3, and you're going to be able to do it. Perhaps you can Move away into another land. Move away into another job. Something of this sort. And you will be able to do it, pile number 3. Just plot and plan for it as well on the other side. And you'll win, pile number 3. You'll see. So pile number 3, that was your reading. I wish you all the best of luck. I'm so sorry about that. I know you're going to make it away from this energy. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.